guys, I am back today with another errand ASMR errand. Today I'm going to be framing some posters, which if you're, I have a lot of posters up, but there's always room for more. So I have a couple of posters and things that I need to frame, and then I kind of want to put them up too, but who knows if that will happen in this video. I close my blinds. I do still have my windows open, so I hope that it's not like super loud. I don't think it is, but the bugs are going crazy. They're like beep 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 beep, like really like chirping and having fun. So okay, let's get into the errand ASMR, errand, or I don't know, does errands mean that you have to go outside, or does it mean that it's just like a thing that you need to do? Oh, period. My microphone cord is pretty long, so I can actually stand over here. This is weird because it's just like my bed, but I'll go ahead and show you the posters that I'm gonna be hanging up today. Okay, so freaking first and foremost, my best friend gave me this poster. It is a Charlie XCX poster that has a lion and a zebra and a tiger and some doves, and a bunch of other stuff. And it says sympathy is a knife, and it's awesome. Okay, my next poster. This is more of a painting than a poster, but I have a painting of my boyfriend's car. He has a 1992 Toyota Cressida, and this is a picture of when he first got it. Well, it's a painting of a picture, because it was all ripped up on the side, so it's a really nice car, Maybe one of these days we'll have a Cressida ASMR. I think that's actually a really good idea. I gotta write that one down. The next painting that I have is actually a painting that my boyfriend did, I think when he was in high school. So here it is a race car. It's beautiful. I couldn't actually find a frame for it, but I think I will be able to hang it up with some like command strips or something. But yeah, it was weirdly a frame size that just like didn't exist. And then the last item that I'm going to be hanging up today is a spider diamond painting. I worked on this painting for well over a year, which might sound crazy, but I really had to do each individual diamond, and it is a pretty large painting, so I'm really excited that it's finally done. It's also glow in the dark, so I'm hoping that I can put it up by a sunny window and I'll be able to see it glow in the dark at night. So those are the paintings that we're going to be hanging up. I got frames that fit almost all of those paintings. Like I said, the one that my boyfriend painted when he was in high school, for some reason it's like a size that's never been invented ever, and I didn't want to get a frame that was too big for it. I mean, I guess I could have and put like those like pepper things on it, but I just didn't want to, and I thought that it would look better just free against a wall, like most of my other paintings. Honestly, it's pretty rare that I actually frame things up, but I wanted to frame up the diamond painting because I worked so freaking hard on it. I wanted to put it up somewhere, and then I figured, well, I also have this other little painting of the car that just looks a little off when it's freehand on the wall, so I put it in a frame, or I'm going to, and of course then I got the Brat poster, and I was like, okay, well this is a little something special, bouncy because of the plastic. I'm trying to poke it with my finger, but it's not ripping, so I have to get something. I have a paper clip. It's actually kind of hard to puncture it. Let's see if I can do it while I hold the microphone. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm using a violin. Now I'm gonna just stick my finger in there and drag it open. Oh my gosh, this thing is impossible to open. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get some scissors, I think. Hold on. Okay, scissors acquired. Scissors acquired. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the plastic off of the frame. I may be a genius. Because I have the drawer holding up my microphone. Let's see if I can pull it out. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is actually crazy. Genius alert. Who needs a track or a mic stand when you have underwear drawer? This is revolutionary, and if you're here and you're watching this right now and you're watching this happen, thank you. Thank you for being here and thank you for supporting this revolutionary moment, truly. So instructions for these are in the back. Tucked away in the back. I have no idea how I'm supposed to get the instructions out of the back. Like, if I pull on them anymore, the paper's gonna rip. Okay, let me piece the papers together and figure out what the instructions say. Frame instructions. Number 1. Begin with the glass front of the frame facing you. With both hands, grip one of the corners of the frame. Step 2. With your thumbs, apply pressure to the corner frame edge and push edges in a downward direction. Simultaneously keep fingertips on the backing frame and press upward to release the glass. Continue the process for each corner. Number 3. Remove the glass and place it to the side. Insert photograph or artwork. Photography or artwork. And number 4. Place the glass back in the frame and use a small amount of pressure to push down on each corner so the glass will click back within the frame. Okay, and then these smaller frames have the easel. So these are the easel instructions for 8.5 or 11, 8.5 by 11 or smaller size frames. So step 1 is to remove the easel. Twist off from the back of the frame. That was pretty easy. Then step 2 is align the easel at an angle and insert the tab into the opening. Slide the easel forward to ensure it touches the edge of the opening. Rotate the easel until it clicks into the groove structure. And then to detach the easel, rotate the easel on the side and slide it to remove from the opening. Well, I did take this off, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna use it because my plan is to hang this up. So it was very easy to push up the glass. They kind of made it really complicated in the instructions. In my opinion, I feel like the instructions were complicated, but I removed the glass safely. This is the paper that comes in the frame. I wish that they had pictures of people because sometimes that's nice to have. This is the 8 by 8 structure from Studio Decor. It says 8 by 8 inches or 20.3 centimeters by 20.3 centimeters. It is part of the basics or basiques. Easy access front loading. Changement par l'avant-bout en assez facile. Includes easel for tabletop use. Inclut un chavelet pour mettre sur la table. Holds a standard 8-inch by 8-inch scrapbook page. Peut contenir une page de collimage standard. That was my best French, which I remember from high school. Once I remove this paper, which actually is cardboard colored in the back and is pretty sturdy. such a large painting. I am trying to make it fit, but it simply does not. You can see here that it is just floating on top of the frame, so that's a real bummer. But that's okay because I'm sure I'll find some sort of use for that glass. And the frame is still perfect for putting up. Okay, so the frame might not be perfect for putting up this artwork. Gosh darn it. Actually, you know what? I might just... What should I do? I think, what if I glued? Is that crazy? I think I'm gonna glue the frame onto the painting because you can still see the message that I wrote in the back. And then you'll be able to hang it always and forever. Super glue, here I come. Wait, maybe I'll do hot glue. Hot glue, here I come. I cannot believe that the glass doesn't fit, and I genuinely don't know what the fuck I'm gonna use this for, but I'm gonna use it for something. I promise you that. Okay, it's the next day, but I am back with this framing video. I actually have, you can see like a little bit of the wire over here, but I have the hot glue gun warming up so that we can hot glue the painting to the frame. Here are my hot glue sticks. horizontal or vertical photos. Présente des photos horizontales ou verticales. It's sized for photos, digital photos. Conçu pour photos numériques. Okay, I'm now going to remove the glass of the frame, but I'm going to do it off screen just to prevent dropping it. Those are the instructions. I suppose that you were probably meant to take the glass off before seeing the instructions, but to me that doesn't make any sense because I didn't know how to take the glass off, and I had to see the instructions first. But I went ahead and took the glass off like a pro because I read the previous instructions. As you can see, we have the paper, very thick paper, filler photo. Again, this micro pack piece of plastic. And then we also have this higher quality black filler paper. I think it's really high quality and would be really cool to use as a canvas for a white ink project, whether that's, white pencil, I guess that's not necessarily ink, or crayon, or white paint, or lighter colors, you know what I mean? I'm now going to take the poster out of the plastic packaging. Plastic. laser gun. I'm not sure. There's another arrow. Some birds flying. A tire, which has a very cool texture. It's very detailed, and I think it is for her songs that talk about cars, which surprisingly are a lot of them. We have a zebra. And then it says sympathy with the Y is capitalized. Is, where the I is capitalized. A knife. And it says ballistic missile program. Ballistic missile program. And a missile outline. And at the very bottom, we have another very detailed gun. A handgun. And it says in very tiny letters underneath the gun that it is a Model 55.5. It's also signed in the back, I assume by the artist, which I always love. It says PP out of 5, so I don't know what that really means. Usually you'll get prints that will have the number of prints. So I have one that says it's like number 15 out of 70, and only 70 were sold, but I was the 15th one, and I always think that's really cool. It reminds me of those tattoos that you can get, like a frame of an action, and then the artist will put it all together. Maybe I'll put an example up on the screen of what it looks like. I know there's been some of like cartoons, some of Mickey Mouse, some of a cat. I'm sure there's probably been the classic, first moving picture of the horse. So I'll put that here in the side. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead